guys. Oh my god, that was so rough. We did it. We got it all. Oh, give me that. This achievement has a 0.88% unlock rate, which means that 99.12% of folks that played the original Ninja Gaiden 2 on the Xbox 360 have not unlocked every achievement in the game. I started this journey back in 2009, and after almost 16 full years, I'm finally finishing the hardest game I've ever played. In Ninja Gaiden 2, to complete all of the achievements, you get to do the following. Complete the game on each difficulty, including Master Ninja, which is arguably the hardest challenge within a game already. And then, each increase in difficulty has even harder foes that you will fight at earlier times in the game than ever before. And the bosses, of course, are going to be way more brutal than they ever were in the previous difficulties. Then for the completionist portion, we get to complete all the Test of Valor challenges, which thankfully can be completed on any difficulty, but these challenges aren't easy or short. Also, you have to do it within a playthrough and you have to find them. Also, finding the 30 different skulls throughout the game. And if you thought you played the story enough already with everything I've talked about, you get to complete the game from Chapter 1 to Chapter 14 while only using one weapon, which is repeated through all 8 of the weapons in the game.
Oh, yes. That's it, yes. Sing for me. Sing again and again.
So that means you get to do 8 additional playthroughs. And if you hit with one weapon and don't realize it, you could ruin your run. The rest of the main game achievements you're going to get while playing, which include reaching a specific number of kills using very common attacks like the Essence Technique or the Ultimate Technique or the Obliteration Technique. Oh, and of course dying 100 times, but you're going to get that anyway. Also, I didn't notice until I was actually going through the order of how I received my achievements, but Teenage Digital was a god and got to the last boss, which was the Archfiend, before I had 100 deaths. And I was playing on Warrior, and this was my first Ninja Gaiden game I actually stuck around and played with. Ninja Gaiden 2004 kicked my butt. And I think I quit back in Mirai, but that could be a different video we talk about. So I just wanted to point it out. When I came back, I was a prodigy back then. So outside of the main game achievements, we have the mission mode, which is the DLC of the game. These include completing all 8 missions to Master Ninja difficulty, but you start out on Acolyte, and then you unlock Warrior and repeat to Mentor, and then you can start your attempts on Master Ninja, which, good luck. And finally are the survival missions that require you to get 2 million on the Karma Score counter. And we get to do this for each weapon. So back when I was a teenager in 2009, I was able to get every single achievement that was in the main game, but was unable to proceed on completing the first half of the missions on the Master Ninja difficulty. The missions that took my sanity involved fighting all of the Greater Fiends and Genshin in a boss rush mode where you are very limited on healing. Another mission was a 100 enemy gauntlet where you are on the top of the Daedalus ship and are fighting 100 enemies before you complete the mission. Then there is obviously the survival missions. So when I came back to this game after taking my break in 2009, I came back again at about 2020. I still had a hard copy of the game and decided it was still a goal of mine to complete the missions that went to Master Ninja. And in between all of this, I actually picked up the speedrun and met the community. And after a lot of de-rusting and learning new tricks, I was able to complete this gruesome challenge and thought that was good enough for me. Then recently, so fast forward to now, I realized that I wasn't content with leaving the survival missions to be the only thing preventing me from getting every achievement, which, keep in mind, was really only 2 achievements left to complete, because one was receiving silver on all the weapons, which is 1.5 million on the Karma Score, and then the last achievement was to get a 2 million Karma Score, which was all gold. So we started that challenge here. So after getting through most of the weapons, we had one more. The Vigorian Flails. And if you know anything about this game, you know that the flails suck. I don't care what Ninja Gaiden players tell you that they're good, they're wrong. You will slap enemies for what seems like an eternity, and you may knock a limb off the enemies, but you probably aren't going to finish them off. So for me to finally get the last achievement, I need to do my best to maintain a ×5 karma score multiplier, which helps me get to my goal much quicker. But if you get hit too much, you'll start losing the multiplier. Then after getting the ×5 multiplier, I want to use my ultimate technique to defeat enemies, as this has a flat 25,000 karma points I will get when I use this with the multiplier. And then defeating enemies will also contribute more points. However, every enemy I defeat with an ultimate technique will limit the other essence that I receive, because that means I'm going to get a yellow essence every time, which is normally money, which is useless in survival because you get 0 items and you cannot shop. It just is used to charge the ultimate techniques. And you need 2. Otherwise, it's a lower version, which is the essence technique. So every time I defeat somebody with the ultimate technique, I am not getting any blue, which is the only way that you can get any healing on this survival mission. I'm also not getting any red essence, which will refill my Nimpo meter. And I'm also not getting any green essence, which is the new essence that was added to the survival mode, which is what gives you the multiplier. So if my timer starts to tick on the multiplier, I'm going to have to start changing it up so that way I can hopefully get a green essence. But killing an enemy and not using an ultimate technique does not guarantee I'm going to get the other 3. I could still get a yellow, which is the fun RNG of this challenge. Oh my god, I think we did it. We're done. Oh my god. I'm just trying to see. Yeah. I think we did it, guys. Oh my god, that was so rough. We did it. We got it all. Oh, give me that. Now that I have finally done everything in Ninja Gaiden 2, what should we do to restrict it for ourselves? Let me know in the comments. And if this video gets 50 likes, we will do the top comments challenge. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next one.